the allotted time, before going to my main point, a few definitions of Vajrayana. Many of us say that Vajrayana is a word derived from Sanskritam. However, Proto-Indo-Aryan has a word Vajras. Proto-Indo-Iranian also have the word Vajras. And Proto-Indo-European has the word Vaj, which means strong and lively. Old Armenian has the word Vrz, meaning mesh, weapon. Vajra here is a cognate with the Avestan Vajra, meaning mesh, weapon. However, Sanskritam says it is root Vaja Gatau Dhatu and suffix Ran Pratyaya, suffix, forming the word Vajra masculine, Vajra feminine, and Vajram neuter. Out of three genders, Vajra here is a masculine. Yana is a word Ya Vave Dhatu, lute Pratyaya, eliding Lu into by Lashakotadite Tasya Lopaha and Tutu Tasya Lopaha. Remainder U is replaced by Ana. Ya and Ana combination forms the word Yana. When lute pratyaya is added, it always indicates going on. Vajrayana is a masculine compound word. More than 30 meanings. Here, Vajrayana is a diamond vehicle moving towards the Vajra enlightenment. Yana has almost 21 meanings. Out of it, here we take it as a vehicle. Having the word formed by lute suffix, so we take it here as a diamond vehicle moving. Going to my points, I'm going to talk about the unique history and symbolism of all the elements you can set at the top of the flag poles in Bhutan. I'm not going to talk about the color of the flags themselves, as I leave to those astrologers. You can see at the top of large poles, especially on a flag in Himalayan countries with golden top. Inside it are particularly placed with victory mantras, but especially in Bhutan, in medium-sized flags, these golden tops are not present, but have other features. This indicates who ourselves are in nature, having five sense organs. The significance of five Buddhas are combined collections from tantric schools by Kinkin Padmakarpo in 1540s. He wrote it in Guru Visualization Manual chapters, and also a short commentary was written in Nangju Yekor by Khyong Sangye Dorji in 1600s. He was the student of Padmakarpo, Shabdunga Namgyal, the incarnation of Kinkin Padmakarpo, initiated visual image in 1621 before he entered the 3 years retreat at Chagri Dorjenden for Lame Troba and Chajachembo in the north of Thimphu. The five significant elements on the flag are the moon, sun, and Padmaville. We know this today at Chagri Cheri, however, through continuing to say Shabdung Rinpoche's prayer and still performing Lami Cheba each day. Until now, this remains unbroken for 394 years. An additional tradition from this time is also to erect a small flag for protection in front of doors of Lame Trupa Guru Yoga practitioners. From Chakra Sambhara Tantra, it is said that there are 4 natural flags linked to the elements, and that at the base of the chakra mandala, there are the 4 corners of the wind wheel. So we can see that already in Tantra, the use of flags is already being given great profound significance and linked to the practices of mandalas. In the book of Nangju Yeko, it is instructed by Khyong Sangye Dorji, a very renowned scholar who studied all the tantras. The elements used in the flagpoles are spoken about as part of the formalities of retreat. It is said that after dissolving mantras into mud and purifying mud by mantras, one should pile up 2 by 3 of the mud in front of the retreat door, paint it white, install a statue of Avalokiteshvara, and then erect a mani flag with this flagpole. After that, to paste the remaining 1 by 3 mud as a way to seal the retreat. Further commentaries were also written by the 13th Joachim Boyundenthai. Dagger, the Kala Yama Tantra says, the dagger is anger and cuts down the root of the 3 villains. Anger comes from perception, and when cutting it down, is in fact Buddha in the reality of Akshobhya. Santamayana Sutra Vasanta Bindu says the nature of the sun is in reality of Amitabha. Moon, the Mahayana Ushnisha Sutra says the nature of the moon in reality is Vairochana. Damaru, the Sambara Sadhana Tipani says, Damaru always sounds the Shunya, hum, and it cuts down the pride arisen from the skandha of feeling. Cutting down pride is Buddha in the reality of Ratnasambhava. Here I bring another image, as it is instructed that the Vajra can be used instead of a Damaru. The Prakasha Sutra says the Vajra is unchangeable concentration in the form of Ratnasambhava. Bell. Sabuddha Yoga says the nature of the bell in reality is Amoga Siddhi. In Kinkham Padmakarbo, the greatest scholar of the Drukpa lineage, provides more detail on the significance of these elements. I have no time, I cannot detail. Each feature has its respective helping to train, cleansing, attaining to, giving the power of enlightenment. The view, Guru Yoga states that beneath these 5 indications of the Buddha is a wheel which symbolizes the layer of moon, sun, and lotus, indicating the different types of bases. Padma base, Chakra Sambara Tantra says different color bases of lotuses indicate freedom from desire externally and show internally bliss purified in nature. In utmost, the center is the most valuable part where the nature of non-dual accomplishment is born. Sun base, externally, the sun base indicates the expansion of primordial wisdom, and internally it indicates the purification of maternal genes. It indicates the equality of wisdom that is Shamata Jnana. Shri Jnana Bindu Guhya says Surya Rakta, and its importance is for primordial wisdom. Moon base, externally it indicates the clearing of ignorance. Internally it indicates the purification of paternal genes. Importantly, it indicates training in the state of Atarsha Jnana, Shri Jnana Guhya Chandra Shukraha, and it indicates the clearance of ignorance. In Vajrayana, in fact, all of these 5 Buddhas and their symbols are found in the form of the root guru. In this way, the flagpole in its complete form can be seen in so many ways with so many qualities, just as the root guru and his blessing. It is said by the scholars that remembering this root guru for 1 second is more powerful than imagining lakhs of goats for years of years. The virtue of remembering the guru is immeasurable. The next key moment in the development of the symbolism on the flagpoles was when Shabdung Ngaon Namgyal initiated in 1621 the 5 necessary victorious indications according to Kinkin Padma Karpo's clarity. and to move on how this spread in Bhutan. Receiving predictions from Guru Rinpoche from Avalokiteshvara, Rangjung Khasapani, to unite the kingdom of Bhutan, Shabdung Ngaon Namgyal then ended his retreat at Chagri Dorchuten. He next built Semtoka and Danpunaka Dzong. According to Mahakala prediction, he built Paro Dzong, and in this area, it came under him, exception of Takchang, the place of Lama Kathok. On one night in Paro, Shabdung Rinpoche, when he was predicted, there would be an important guest the next day. Attendants waited the next day, hoping a very rich or renowned person would arrive. Shabdung Rinpoche asked, anyone waiting today at all? Attendants replied, Lord, not any other than a timid man with a bunch of onion leaves. Shabdung Rinpoche said, yes, that's him, that one I mentioned last night. Then Shabdung Rinpoche asked attendants to let him inside. The man was none other than the caretaker of Takchang. It is said Shabdung Rinpoche happily granted him an audience. In the biography of Shabdung Rinpoche, it states that the complete flagpole with a pole, the span of an arm is already prepared, not Darka, but Darjok, Domgang, in his biography. So all of this was already there for the visitor, ready to take the flag and pole to hoist on the top of Takchang. He also advised the caretaker not to forget and shout loudly, from today, Takchang is under Ngaon Namgyal, and those who are happy will remain, but whoever doesn't like to stay under him, make ready to go away. The meditation institute of Takchang came under Shabdung. Drupthop Jimba Gyaltsen, who also was one of the treasure discoverers, born in Kavisa Punaka, was appointed as the head lama of Takchang by Shabdung Rinpoche. It is very clear that this flag, the span of an arm, was carried by Lama Jimba Gyaltsen. He also established a meditational institute in that area, which is seen even today. Later, the tradition reached central Bhutan. However, most of people in Bhutan hoisted Om Mani Padme Hum only for the deceased. From there, Father Sampo Kontong and Son Tempo, who were privileged to offer traditional medicines to the king, second king of Bhutan, took the example of the flag to heart, and it spread to Eastern Bhutan. People hoisted flags writing each name on each poles of the deceased, but till then, flags were not erected on houses in Eastern Bhutan. And until grandson of Kontong, Sampo Omsha, died, he kept the traditional ways of hoisting flags on the mountains and hills in Eastern Bhutan. Putting on the top of the roofs is still not common in Eastern Bhutan. But different flags are widely found on hills and grounds. Today, very few people have started putting them on houses. In the inaugural or in every important civil ceremonies, Bhutan has a beautiful cultural regulation to take a flag, but with prayers after offering Changche or Machong. Today, the flagpole with all of these characteristics is still alive and can be seen on a tree at Changgangkha Temple and at Tango Gyomba. Every year in Bhutan, thousands of flags are hoisted, but it is becoming rare and find ones with all these complete characteristics. As I stated, every vision, every phenomena is right in its own way in Vajrayana, however. But let's put more importance on the Buddha's role and pass through generations to generations with meanings and indications. I do not know if what I have shared is new to many of the scholars today. When you go out of this room, I hope you will not forget to look at the top of the flags. 5 images on the top of the flags, poles in Bhutan, are the indications of 5 organs purified into 5 Buddhas. Finally, it indicates each of us are emanations of the 5 Buddhas. Thank you.